Kelly File segment tonight, 3 hot topics, beginning with Colorado doing another dubious thing. Democrats in the Senate there have approved electronic benefit transfer cards, that's welfare, to access cash in marijuana shops. Right now, you cannot use the EBT card in casinos, liquor stores, or gun shops. But if you want to buy a little weed, you go right ahead. Here now to explain further, the anchor of the Kelly File, seen right after the fact, Miss Megyn. And you say?
I'm not particularly surprised. They didn't seem to have any problem with this whatsoever. They sent it to this kill committee in the Senate. They did not want this bill to pass. That would have limited the rights.
Can you explain to the audience, better than Carville just did, why it's banned in liquor stores but not banned in pot stores?
Well, they say, oh, people are having a difficult enough time accessing cash. There aren't enough ATMs available.
Well, then why don't they let them access them in liquor stores?
Well, because I guess they didn't pop up so often in the liquor stores, so they are in the pot shops, and they don't want to shut them down to welfare recipients. Now, you got to love Colorado because in addition to trying to ban people from being able to use their welfare benefits to get cash in the pot shops, they also said, and also we probably shouldn't let them get cash in the strip clubs because, you know, we know where that money's going to go, into a thong, right? And that didn't pass either. So, you know, in Colorado, it's apparently fine.
If you're a welfare recipient, you can cash your EBTs and get cash in the pot shops and the strip clubs.
Yeah,
but not in the gun stores.
Technically, you would run afoul of the federal law, but in the Colorado law, you're A-OK.
You spend any time in Colorado?
Not really, no.
Okay, I lived there for 2 years. And it was...
Fit right in, did you?
No, it wasn't like that then.
No, I know.
It was totally different then.
Well,
this was in 78 to 80, right?
You sure you just weren't like tapped in?
I was a big reporter out there. I worked for Channel 7 in Denver. I knew what was going on in that state. Aspen was crazy, but the rest of the state was sane. That whole state is I've never seen anything like it.
Well, listen, you can get your pot with your welfare card, and then you can go to the strip club and put it down the thong. But if you want to go to the gambling casino with the girl after that, forget about it.
All right.
There, Colorado draws the line.
Can you explain to me what the Justice Department is doing on the latest racial profiling deal they announced?
There is something potentially very significant happening at Justice. They did not yet announce it, but we expect them to. This is a leak, and we're about to get an announcement, we expect, where they are now going to say that you cannot racially profile based on someone's religion or national origin. So you cannot consider, for example, the fact that someone is a practicing Muslim when you racially profile them. Because to some extent, racially profiling is allowed in our country right now.
What does racially profiling mean? What does that mean?
Well, it depends. I mean, they could be talking about just cop shops at the federal level, that is, in terms of crimes. But the big question here is whether that would also apply to national security. Because
so if you want to get a warrant...
President Bush did not... He cut down on some racial profiling, but he said when it comes to national security, it's still going to be allowed based on certain things. So you can use national origin and religion to racially profile.
So this guy's from Kuwait.
When it comes to surveillance, for example.
He's a Muslim. We think he's doing something wrong. In the warrant application, you can't mention Kuwait or a Muslim. That's what this is, right?
So the question so the audience knows is Eric Holder going to say that when it comes to national security, we can no longer use national origin or somebody's religion
but it's all about getting
one
a
of
warrant.
The many criteria?
It's all about getting a warrant.
Correct.
To take action or surveillance on someone.
Correct. So the
judge might say, well, I don't see any reason to give you the warrant if you don't have Kuwait and a Muslim.
Well, I think what will likely happen if he says you can no longer consider somebody's religion or their national origin when you're conducting national surveillance, activities, I think probably the feds will find a way to get around that by saying, well, I wasn't profiling based on his national origin. I was profiling based on the fact that he lived for 50 years in Saudi Arabia, where a lot of terrorists come from. So it wasn't so much the fact that he is from Saudi Arabia. It's that he lived there, and we know from experience there are...
This is just a colossal waste of money. All right, so once in a while you get a little feisty. Did you ever notice that, Kelly?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello, pot, meet kettle.
You get a little... No, don't point... Don't justify your bad behavior by pointing to mine. All right? That's not what we do here. So once in a while you get a little feisty. And this week I noticed Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. You don't like him? And what is he doing that has teed you off? His mom, probably, who looks like him, by the way.
This is maybe the most evil person we have living on the face of the earth right now.
You're profiling now.
You know, I think it's okay when he
when he
you kill
masterminds
3,000
9/11.
people,
Yeah.
you know,
So
I'm okay with
what's
it.
he doing now that has you so?
So he has released a manifesto from his Gitmo prison cell, and the judge down at Gitmo has allowed this. The ruling came down a year ago, but the manifesto has only been released or leaked, or it's not entirely clear how it got out, but it's permitted to be out. Now, and it's part 1 of 3. The next edition of his manifesto is going to explain all of his feelings behind 9/11. But this one comes out, the Huffington Post published it, and some news channel in England put it online. And my question is, why does the worst, at least one of the worst living terrorists in the world, get to have a voice when he is in an American-controlled prison right now? How are we allowing this propaganda?
His propaganda.
Absolutely
that
right.
He gets out.
And let me tell you, they say that there's no security concerns at the DOD, but we had national security experts on our show this week talking about how the people who are saying, "Oh, he's turned to peace, he's advocating peace," it's bull. What they tell these jihadists to do is advocate conversion before they launch an attack. You need to be very careful with these kinds of things, and I don't know that care is being taken.
All right, what do you got coming up, Kelly?
We got big news tonight.
Yep.
The Obama administration has been caught in another major misleading assertion, repeated assertions, I should say.
On what subject? You don't have to tell me, but what subject, what area?
About Obamacare.
Obamacare. All right.
Again.
Miss Megyn Kelly, now you got to watch that, right? Or Megyn will come to your house, kick your door in, and scare your dog. Okay?
And I can be
Megyn
very
Kelly,
feisty.
that's right, she is. Plenty